It's such a classic.
So we bringing in 2020.
2020. Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's, bro.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. First show of 2020. It's good. That's how you doing? That's how you feeling?
That's how I'm feeling for
All right.
2020.
2020, what up?
Happy New Year's to everybody.
What's going on with y'all?
Positive vibes.
All right.
I was about to.
Shit going off for too long.
Turn
You was
up.
about to get
I
crazy?
was about to get crazy.
You was
one
about to
time,
get
one
crazy.
time,
I feel it.
one
I feel
time.
it. Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome to You Chattin. And here we go. There's the first one. We kicking it off 2020 with this. Before we get into our main topics and everything, just want to see how you feeling. How you feeling coming into the new year? How's everything with you?
Shit, it just started, but I'm saying I owe a couple people $20. You know what I'm saying?
Already?
They not getting it, but owe a couple people $20. But other than that, I'm pretty good. You know what I'm saying? The ball
That's what's
drop,
up. That's what's
the
up.
bottle pop,
Yep. We made it.
all that in between. You know what I'm
Finally,
saying?
finally made it.
How was your 2020?
It was cool.
Intro.
What's up, y'all? Everybody joining on live.
Mm-hmm.
Though my 2020 is cool. It's been cool so far.
Yeah, move
You know.
over, bro.
Can you see me?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, it's cool.
Might see
Bring-
an arm
bring
or some
love,
shit like
bring
that.
some love. It's all right.
Might see an arm. But yeah, man. Before we get into the seriousness, about to break it down, we're just gonna talk about mainly, everything that happened this week. That's what we do on this podcast. We break down everything that happened in the
We
previous
just
week.
want to talk our shit.
Talk our shit. Anything that y'all are interested in, just let us know and comment. Put a comment in live or put a comment down in the section down below.
Right.
Whatever you feel like we should be touching on, any topics that we need to bring further attention to, please just let us know. We always welcome,
Also,
anything.
Subscribe, share, and like.
Support, subscribe,
Definitely got to do that.
turn on the notification bell. That's when you find out when we're posting, which is most likely going to be either every Friday or Saturday. Episode 2 will be probably double uploaded with this episode,
Okay,
and
so
just
y'all
broke
get
it
a
down
double-
like that. So y'all get
whammy.
a double whammy
get a
this time.
double whammy
Double
for-
whammy coming
for
into 2020.
2020.
We working.
Okay, we working on it.
All right,
We
so
moving as fast as we can. We
that's
working
it.
on
We getting it in. But Doc, first thing we gonna touch on is something that happened. What is it, like 2 days now?
2 days. 2 days.
Yep. We talking about we might be going into World War III.
Shit.
Yeah. So basically, we kicking it off like this. So the U.S.
That's fact.
The U.S. hit an airstrike on Iran.
Yeah, they tripping.
Yeah, they wild. Well, not even the U.S. I'm not even.
For?
Listen, that man had is on his way to impeachment. He said, "I'm gonna hit y'all with a. I'm gonna go out with a bang."
To all my Talibans and Iraqians and non-Americans, I'm not American either, so don't count me. Don't blow my shit up. I just got my shit cracking. Don't blow my shit up. You know what I'm saying? I support y'all. It's gonna be hard to get a Philly cheesesteak out this motherfucker.
It's gonna be
That's how-
something. Yo, you go to the store, they
I
gonna
can't
be
get a
looking at you
chopped
crazy.
cheese out
You
this
can't get a
bitch.
chopped
What
cheese.
about a bacon, egg, and
No
cheese?
bacon, egg, and cheese. Can't get that either. You can't get that either.
Man.
But nah, shit is
This nigga
crazy.
Trump don't even fuck with bacon, egg, and cheeses. And
He
shit.
really don't.
Only-
He really don't
he
fuck
just
with
fucked it up for
nobody.
them.
But yeah, basically, Trump. He sent the airstrike out to Iran. We make a lot of jokes. We make a lot of memes about it, but it's serious.
For real.
Serious stuff going on over there, and pray for everybody that's
Pray
over
for
there.
everybody over
Pray for
there.
everybody that's getting deployed over there, in the Middle East and everything like that.
Yeah.
But basically,
Pray for the troops too.
how do you feel overall about that situation?
Me personally, I felt like it was disrespectful. I felt like it was a ballsy move. You know what I'm saying? You didn't check in with everybody. For one, you definitely didn't check in with all the commands or people that deserve to know. You know what I'm saying? To tell
Yeah.
you that, all right, that's okay. You didn't get the okay from everybody. So I felt like that was a ballsy move. You know what I'm saying?
I feel.
It was definitely disrespectful to the Americans. You know what I'm saying? Due to the fact that you put everybody's life at stake. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can drop a bomb on New York City tonight. God
Nah,
forbid.
I doubt
But,
it.
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's that much of a problem. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes, not even sometimes, but we have Irans or however they are or whatever you name these people. You know,
Iranians. Yeah.
Iranians. We have these people over here.
Mm-hmm.
So who to say another person doesn't step up into leadership and sends a private message that we might not understand?
Right.
So I go get a Philly cheesesteak and I ended up on the grill. You know what I'm saying?
Stupid.
That's
Nah,
how I'm
it's real.
feeling.
It's real shit. I
How
feel
you
it.
feeling about it?
I
Though?
feel like
Talk
the
to me.
situation as a whole is. I don't delve deep into all the politics and all the crazy shit that's going on, but I just feel like overall it was reckless, but not even
ballsy
like
move.
it was, but I understand the reasoning behind it because apparently,
So you agree?
no, I don't agree with it, but I understand that he had his reasonings for it because they were attacking our embassies over there and they were attacking Americans and
Fuck, we doing over there?
exactly.
Our embassies.
That's what I was getting towards.
I'm sorry.
Embassy in another, no, for real. That's what I
What
was
the
getting
fuck are
towards.
we doing over there?
Embassy
They
in
don't
another
sell
country.
do-rags over there, nigga.
We're so focusing on relationships with other countries when we can't even get our shit together over here.
Facts.
So
We
it's
got
just like
niggas laying on the
it's
street
is
as we
is
speak.
really is really funny. It's just like you can't like we live in New York, like you just said. We see people on the street every day. We see,
Correct.
even former soldiers like
It's niggas
it's
that's
hard
out of
for
the
them out
army
here.
that's homeless
So
right
it's just
now
like
as we speak.
that should be our main focus, and what we need to be touching on. But instead,
We blowing other people's shit up.
we're so focused on other people's stuff
Let
and
me
other
stop
people's
saying we,
relationship.
cause
Yeah,
I don't want to be a part
I
of
don't
that
want to
shit.
be a
I'm
part.
not.
You
I
see
was
that
down
shit
with the
just scared
Crips
me
and
just
Bloods
now. I
was
just
fighting, but
I just heard a raindrop and I'm scared for my life. That's the type of time we on. But no, in all seriousness, we need to stop joking about it. It's an
it's a
ugly
serious
situation.
matter.
Yeah, it's a
It's
serious
definitely
matter.
serious.
But it's just like I don't know. It's this man is strange, but he on his way out, y'all.
You know
He
what
on
I
his way
say?
out.
I say let's trade Trump in. You know what I'm saying? Don't blow
somebody
everybody up.
somebody kidnap
Blow
him.
the nigga up that pushed the button. I didn't push the button. You didn't push the button. You know why I say get Trump and Uncle Sam. Kill them niggas. I never met Uncle Sam. I ain't see him
Facts.
at no family reunions.
But he sure is
Cookouts.
he sure is taking my shit every week.
He's definitely in my pocket. Like
He
a
definitely
motherfucker.
in my pocket. I'm gonna need them W-2s real soon.
Definitely. Gotta
W-2
send those.
season
I
coming
hope that
up.
don't affect the W2s.
Yeah, but nah, I doubt it. I
They'll
remember.
blow the fucking W2 building up. Where you get the
I remember
W2
what
building
even
from?
last year. When we was going to the airports and shit, they was on strike. So it's a
Fucking with
whole
the
bunch of
W2. You cannot fuck with the money. People.
yeah. Don't mess with nobody
You
W-2s.
can't fuck with the W2s.
Don't mess with nobody W-2s. But that's enough of that. We not gonna touch on no more politics. We keep our distance
Iranians,
from
I
it.
fuck with y'all. Iranians, am I saying?
Yeah, Iranians.
Fuck with y'all. Don't blow my shit up. I'll buy a turban tomorrow or some shit. I don't want no smoke.
You see, I be rocking I call him my Muslim.
Okay, get
But
the
nah,
Muslim.
I'm down with y'all if anything go
I'm
down. I'm
fucking
just
with
gonna
them.
let you know.
I throw a rock in.
Now, but pray for them. Pray for everybody.
Pray for everybody though.
We
Shout
we
out to the troops.
it's
Shout
the
out to
start of
people.
it's the start of 2020. We
2020 was
gotta
bad. That was
yeah. It started
that's a
off.
bad way to do it.
It started off bad. We need to be better
First we
with
was
that.
fucking with China. Now we fucking with.
We need to
We don't know how to act.
we need to
We
stay
don't know how to
within
act.
ourselves and better ourselves
Again,
over
I
here.
gotta stop saying we because I don't know that man.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
I
part
mean
of his
we
team.
yeah we
I
not.
don't have nothing to do with that.
But yeah, we're not gonna touch on that no more. Let's move on to something else that I feel like is a deep rooted problem within our community,
Let's talk about it.
which is people's
Chatting tonight.
yeah we are chatting. We
We
get
in the
into some
zone.
shit.
We
We
in
get
the
into some
zone.
shit.
Yeah.
But we're gonna talk about people's ideas of our black features
Okay.
and how it like in our own community is not supported and is kind of like a joke.
Now, when you say black features, what do you mean? Like,
I mean, as far as like even with me, like as a black male, you could see how my nose is wide. I got a gap in my teeth, which should be gone in a couple months.
Okay,
but
we getting shit together out here.
yeah,
We pulling shit together.
but overall, I think just the perception of like black like features are looked down upon. Like everybody compares us and I'm gonna give an example. So earlier this week, Blue Ivy was the talk of
They fucking
of
with
Twitter.
Jay-Z's kids?
Yeah, they messing with kids
Is
now.
that how
So
they giving it up?
that's how they giving it up. I'm gonna give y'all the actual people too, because they need to be called out for this.
List the people.
So
Who you talking
a
about?
reporter from Vanity Fair. Let me read this real quick. There's
What's
an
it look like? Is it a he, she?
it was a he and she. So it was a black male at that, a black male from Vanity Fair who tweeted out this is what he had to say on Blue. I have a feeling the Jay-Z face jeans are really about to hit Blue, and I feel so sorry for her.
Damn.
She's
on that.
yeah, he's
Okay.
crazy. She's lucky if it happens now, she'll definitely grow out of it. Get the ugly duckling phase done early.
Wow. So they talking about people, kids.
Yeah,
Off rip.
they talking about
not
people,
even-
kids.
No, bless the child.
Yeah, they
nothing. Just
not.
disrespect.
I remember a time where it's just like kids were off limits,
Yeah,
where you
ain't
shouldn't.
talking- I swear on my mom, if somebody talk about my kid, we gonna have smoke.
It's
So
because
I'm
who
letting y'all niggas know that on live
for
and,
who,
and on YouTube.
I don't understand where people got the comfortability to be talking about people's kids or be touching on people's
Disrespectful.
kids in general.
is
Like
definitely off limits. You feel me?
they are, and another reporter. There's the two people. There's the second one.
Okay.
There's a white female. She said, in response to Kay
Ugly
Austin's
duckling out the way.
yeah, plastic surgery or at 16, a la Kylie Jenner, and we'll all have to pretend that she always looked that way. I can't allow myself to feel too sorry for the incredibly rich. So reading something like that, it kind of
If that's my daughter, we going Iran style. If that's my daughter, if that's you know what I'm saying. If you talking about my child that way, I gotta come for you.
So like I just feel like what bothers me, what creases my Timbs about that situation is just like, one, it's a child. Two, it's just like I feel like black women in general, especially kids, like they're touched on and they're talked about in comparison to animals,
Right.
which like we're always compared to monkeys, we're always compared to, oh, you look like this type of dog, this, that, and the
Gorillas and
third,
dogs.
gorillas, all of that. So it's just like that in itself bothers me because I feel like our community has always had this. Oh, you have to not look like the features that you were born with. You got to go out of your way to look like this. If you want to be a model, if you want to be considered pretty, you got to.
That's brainwash.
Yeah,
I believe
it is.
so forth. Like what we see on TV, what rap videos got in it. Like you haven't seen a heavy set girl in the video unless she got a fat ass. Like,
Yeah.
but other than that, if she like that's thick. But I'm talking about heavy set. You know what I'm saying? So it's what we brand our own beauty. You know what I'm saying? And then it trickles down to what other people think, I believe. You know what I'm saying? And it's terrible. It's honestly like brainwashing.
It really is.
You feel me?
And I earlier this week, Ari Lennox had something to say about it because she and Tiana Taylor. I'm gonna read this tweet. It said,
Shout out to Tiana Taylor.
"Yeah,
She's
shout
so
out to
beautiful.
both. Shout out to both of them. Amazingly talented and beautiful."
Definitely talented.
Somebody tweeted out their ability to have dangerously high sex appeal while looking like Rottweilers will always amaze me.
Wow.
So it's just like, again, touching on the animal thing, there's always a black woman compared to an animal or their features looking down upon compared to dogs and stuff like
what
that.
we have to start-
To start doing is uplifting each other.
Exactly.
You know, that's within the community, the household, workspaces. Whenever you see a black sister or brother, or not even black, you could be Caucasian. Caucasians got the same features as us, big noses, and you feel me. And I still think that's beautiful. You feel me?
Yeah.
We just got to start uplifting everybody. Everybody got to uplift everybody. You know what I'm saying? Instead of looking at somebody on the downward like, oh, she got big ass eyes. Those eyes might be sexy to somebody next.
else.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So instead of calling somebody ugly and disrespecting them and bringing them down, just build them up a little bit. 'Cause you don't know what point they at.
I find it so strange and weird how it's so hard to give support and give a
Right.
compliment, but it's so easy to go online and disrespect somebody and go underneath somebody's comment section and say weirdo shit like this.
Right.
You feel me?
Now, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, you shouldn't say it.
Don't say it at all.
You feel
Simple.
me? That's how. But to talk about Jay-Z's kid, and first of all, that's another Trump move. That's ballsy. That's another Trump move to talk about Jay-Z's kid. And then second off is like, it's a kid.
Exactly.
It's really a child, like a undefensive child. A child ain't gonna defend itself.
Exactly. She
So
can't.
why not? I mean, God bless them.
Yeah.
God
And
bless them.
I just feel like they also like target her in general just because of whose who's her parents.
But they wouldn't dare say that face to face.
Exactly. That's what
the
I mean.
difference. You wouldn't say that
Like
face to
like
face.
people are comfortable with celebrities and people like that's what's so messed up about social media. People feel so comfortable tweeting out some shit that you'll never in your
'Cause the
life.
computer is
Yeah,
safe.
because you say from your phone, you say from your computer, you never in your life would approach somebody with
Right.
the same type of energy
Right.
that you have online.
Certain people are more aggressive online
Yeah, of course.
than in person.
Exactly.
When you see them in person, it's like a bunch of head nods and lookaways and no
Yep.
eye contact and no conversation. But behind that keyboard, a nigga is the craziest.
Yeah, you would have thought he
feel me?
gangster by the time you pulled up on him. Then you
Definitely.
realize they ain't built like that. So for the bozos that like sending DMs, sending threats over over the internet,
internet chatting.
just send me the addy, and then
That's
we
all.
can really see what it's about.
Yeah.
Simple as that. I don't have no
If
time
you're
for
man
that.
enough, I believe you
Yeah.
should be able to talk to that person face to face. Now I'm
Simple.
not sure if you can stand in my face and call my daughter ugly, but if
That's
you
liable.
ballsy enough,
It's all fun and games till boom, you talk about my daughter and you end up in the hospital. So
well, he's taking me to the hospital.
I'm
I'm going straight Iran. I told you, I'm going Iran on people.
yeah, you're gonna be in the ICU for a minute. straight up.
That's how I'm
But
feeling, bro.
nah, shout out to all the black women out there. Shout out to all
the kings and
yeah, shout out
queens
to all the
there.
kings and queens. Shout out to everybody out there. I'm not just gonna
Everybody
generalize that.
got a big nose or little lips. You beautiful in your own way.
Exactly.
Keep rocking how you rocking.
Exactly, and don't let nobody tell you shit.
Don't
Like,
let nobody break you down.
if
Keep rocking how you
if
rocking.
you're not somebody's flavor, you somebody else's flavor. Just keep it
feel
at
me?
that. Like not everybody is a preference to
Not
everybody. So
everybody's perfect.
So don't
nobody's
worry
perfect.
about that. But yeah, that's it. Touching on that, I want to talk about something positive. So we had a show last week that talked about the things that we were trying to accomplish in 2020 and
Facts.
get forward to. So I just want to touch on that a little bit more. I don't truly
Facts,
believe
yeah.
in stuff like New Year's resolutions per se,
Yeah.
but I just want to like
I don't believe in none of that. New Year's revolution. I don't believe in it. Like that should be a goal.
that
Like
that
like updating yourself should be a goal constantly.
exactly every day.
Daily.
It shouldn't wait. I saw people wait out like, oh, I can't wait till 2020
Niggas
start.
wait a whole year to be a new
This
person.
is like,
you
oh,
be a new person
in
tomorrow if you work
2020,
out.
I'm gonna cut you off. Like it's 5 days left
Why
in
cut a nigga
2019.
off?
Why the fuck you gotta wait
Why
for
cut a nigga off next year?
for the fireworks to go off? It's just like you think your brain is just gonna automatically click and not mess with that person.
That's
So
brainwash.
that's
the brainwash.
that's hilarious to me. Yeah, everybody
brainwash.
wants to be on the trend of oh, this is new year, new me type of shit. I don't.
But how many years passed and you seen like?
Exactly. You was supposed to be a new you since 2015 started. So
I'm trying to think about how many years passed when Charlamagne was like updating his skin.
it's been
that
a
was
minute.
a shot. I'm sorry.
It's cool.
Terrible.
It's cool. We could talk about it
was
because that's another idea of like we said, black people thinking that we gotta be in a certain
Update,
light or
yeah.
looking a
You're
certain
right.
light. Listen, I fall victim to it. Like I said, I have a gap.
But
I was born with this
for-
shit, but it don't matter.
As far as goals like that, I think everybody should be working on themselves daily. You know what I'm saying? That's something you should do daily. Like it shouldn't be, well, I'm gonna wait to the end of the year to. It's not like a gym goal. You know what I'm saying? Like in the gym, I'm gonna start next year to go to the gym. Nah, that's not what we talking about. We talking about building character and morals and shit like that.
Exactly.
So I think everybody should update daily. Fuck the new year. You know what I'm saying? It should be a problem New Year come because you already updated yourself.
Yeah, you already building towards
Work on
that.
yourself constantly, people. It's nothing being new every day. Being a new you every day. There's nothing wrong with it.
My goal is never to compete against anybody. Like I saw a quote out there like that. My goal is to always compete against myself and to be better than I was yesterday. So that's
I like that.
yeah, that should be the main goal for everybody in 2020. Be better than you were yesterday, and each day a little bit more, you'll creep up and you reach it and maintain your goal.
That's a fact.
Like that.
And it also comes with like how old you're getting.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the older you get, the shit start looking crazy to you. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you see somebody get slapped when you was young, and you're like, oh, that shit was funny.
That shit was fun. Yeah.
But now that you're 30, 40, nigga, like,
Yeah,
oh, that's
not
crazy.
cool.
Niggas out here
wilding out.
Like, you feel me? So the older you get, the more shit.
Yeah.
So it comes with a little wisdom and age. And
Yeah,
shit like
it
that.
comes with wisdom, age, and that also comes with like responsibilities. Because, like you said, like nigga, I gotta work on Monday. Like I can't be getting I can't be getting caught up, arrested, you in jail and shit, looking dumb, and you lose your job.
I hate the bullpen.
Yeah, so it's just like just be smarter about your decisions. 2020, 2021, whatever the fuck. Like every day, just be smart about your decisions that you're making and just tighten up out here. So that's our positive message to start off 2020.
Positive message.
Resolutions. That's
for you.
that's for the resolution people out there. But man, we're gonna
I think we chatting a little bit.
we are chatting. We're gonna move on to the next topic. We're gonna talk a little bit about Surviving R. Kelly Part 2.
God damn,
Yeah, we
Part 2 to R. Kelly.
We do. We back at it again with a
part
Part 2.
two?
Part 2. They said
Part 1 was long enough. To
Exactly.
Have
They was like,
and
yeah.
two already.
They had a whole series of Part 1. They said that's not long enough to talk about this
shit
man.
longer than the O.J. Simpson trial.
But no, I just want to know like how you really feel about them coming out with a Part 2. Is it more to the story, or is it just more of a like dragging on?
I'm glad we touched on this because for me, I feel like it's disrespectful. Like enough is enough. How long can we done froze his funds? We didn't did everything we can do.
Right.
Now to keep dragging him about some shit we already knew is ridiculous. We already knew he was raping people and pedophiling people and all this extra. We already knew that was R. Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Now everybody want to act like, oh, he just started doing it. He been doing it.
It's not new.
You know what I'm saying? He been dating little girls and messing with little girls. So for y'all to keep dragging it, and another thing is, I'm not gonna say a color on it. I won't put a color on it.
Mm-hmm.
But some of y'all know who I'm talking to. As far as R. Kelly goes, it's like we keep dragging it. The same thing with Bill Cosby. We dragged it. You know what I'm saying? It happened.
Mm-hmm.
He got his violation for it. Let it go. You know what I'm saying? The same as the other races do. They don't drag it that long. You ain't hear about the girl that cut off homeboy dick that long. She ain't get no episodes out. Wasn't no, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let it go. Her account didn't get frozen. There's a couple of people that's a different skin tone from us. Mm-hmm. You feel me? That don't get dragged. But for black people, I'm going to put a color on it now because I'm getting upset. I'm sorry. I'm getting upset. I'm getting emotional. So for black people, we drag it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We keep watching. Oh, you watching it tonight? You watching it tonight? It's like a fucking frenzy that someone of our culture is getting dragged that much. Yeah, he did his dirt. But you got the other races who do their dirt, the same crime, get caught for it, but it just goes underneath the rug. They don't get a show. Their money don't get frozen. Their kids don't get pulled from them. You know what I'm saying? It's just, all right, take your 21 years to life, and then now you in jail. That's it. But they keep posting it in our communities and on the bus. You waiting for the bus, and R. Kelly's face is on it. Part 2 tonight at 9 p.m. on ABC. Why is that?
But not even 21 years.
You feel me?
A year. Some people get a year.
And some folks get a year compared to our skin tone crimes that we do. You feel me?
Yeah.
And it's okay, but
I think that adds the element of skin color adds to your guilt.
It definitely darkens the deed.
In the eye of society. It's just like the same thing. Like if a robber came and it was a white man that stole your purse.
Facts.
And I stole your purse. It would be a whole different type of like.
You'll get 21
energy.
years, and the white guy gets 6 months.
And we see it every day, and it's not to be like that or be separated, but we just keeping it real up here. You know what I mean? So it's just like every day we see some.
I'm just tired of it.
Yeah,
I'm just tired of it. All our stars get dragged through the mud, and it's 2 times as dirty. You know what I'm saying? It's 2 times as nasty because you got seasons of shit coming out. Now everybody's on the Me Too movement from years ago. Shit happened in the 70s. It's 2018. Here this bitch come talking about, oh, he got me too. Why you ain't been pop out when it was hot? That's my thing. You know what I'm saying? Don't come with the Me Too movement.
I feel it.
You feel me?
I feel like a lot of people, like, the Me Too movement in itself, a lot of people, like, don't really look at it as serious because there are a lot of, like, women out there that like to join the trend of
Facts.
it all.
It's females out there lying, capping. As you've seen, the kidnapping was cap.
That's a
You
good
feel
recent
me?
example.
So there's a lot of capping going on. Before you stamp somebody guilty, you gotta really come down to
do
the
your
facts.
due diligence, because I remember
do your homework.
Even with like Cuba Gooding Jr. First, it was
He was sexual harassing people.
Yeah, it was one woman that in a club in front of everybody he did this, and then another woman say, "Oh yeah, he did this to me 2 years earlier, this, that, and the third." Y'all all come out the woodworks. And so I get that some people need somebody to lead their voice and lead their message, but I just feel like it waters down the situation when we could have been building a case against this person. Maybe you could have been that one person 2 years ago, and now this next person, oh, remember 2 years earlier.
I just feel like that's a dirty play. It's a dirty play because some females, for certain situations, some females be down with it until it go too far. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you okayed the situation, and then after a nigga be like, "Well, I ain't giving you $1,000. I'm gonna give you 500." Now it's a problem. It's a Me Too movement.
Yeah.
You feel me? Or certain situations of a contract might change, a verbal contract. Oh, well, I'll allow you to do this for this, or I'll allow you to do that for that.
Or just or the strength of who you are, I'll allow you to do that. But now it's the message is, oh, I see that this person is gaining recognition off of it, or this person is getting
And it's some
a book
fame.
deal off of
It's
it, or
fame.
some fame.
I get to put out a book now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'm getting interviews now. You know what I'm saying? I'm on TV. I get my shows. I get some credit. I get some recognition, and it's pretty much like a lifesaver. Pretty much.
It really is, and it's just like I understand the want to profit off of situations, and like by any means necessary get your bread, but it's just like don't come at a person or don't lie on a person's name or drag this person through the mud more so than your situation entailed in order for you to get to that point. And I feel like that's more so. I feel like that's more so in the black community because we love feeding off drama. We
love it. That's why they feed us the love and basketball,
the love and hip hop.
I mean,
and all that.
the love and basketball.
Love and basketball.
I don't even. I really don't deal with that.
Get it.
So
Yeah,
I
that's
apologize.
true. That's
but the
true.
love and hip hop, the hip hop basketball wives, and all the black people dramas. You know what I'm saying? All those TV shows where black women are disrespecting and trying to get on or above another female, where they could just work together and build together. But they would rather be like, nah, fuck that bitch. Or that bitch is a hoe. She slept with your baby daddy. And start fighting for what? When y'all could just all work together and start your own movement and build from there. But nobody know how to work together no more.
Exactly.
It's a competition with the people that's you on the same level with. You know what I'm saying? If anything, you should have been trying to compete with the greats so you can get that shine if you want it shine. You're not going to get shine against someone that's on your level because you're on the same level. Let's work together. Let's jump to the top. Let's get it.
Exactly.
I don't know. I'm a different type of breed.
I just feel like if two people are interested in the same category and two people, have the same goal, you don't always have to compete against each other. You can build each other up and support each other, and then you're stronger together than you are
that's
separate.
The generation.
So it's
you know
just
what I'm
like
saying?
that's just I don't even think that's a
it's
generation
cockiness.
thing.
Like, yo, you're a rapper. I'm a videoer. Like I make videos, but I'm upcoming. I know you got a lot of fans, so I'm gonna say, yo, bro, let me shoot a video with you for free. I'll do your video for free. Now, if you say yeah, certain people might feel like, oh, you was riding the nigga wave. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you was looking for a handout. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, nigga, we on the same level. Just so happen you get more views than me. So if I put a bomb ass video out, you do your thing and I do my thing, ain't I work right here? Because you're a rapper. Okay, you rapped your ass off in my video. So my video and you're rapping. We're here. Why is it like, oh, this nigga was bottom feeding and all. I put my
Yeah.
effort just as much, just different way.
Yeah.
Just a different way. I put my effort in just as much as you put your effort in.
There's always like a pyramid level of success. Like, oh, he can't be on my level. Oh, I'm better than this person, this, that, and the third.
Competition, crabs in a barrel.
Yeah, and it really don't have to be like that.
Crabs in a
And
barrel.
just like even touching on what you said, you know how easy it would be for like if you see, all right, this is your friend. He's an up and coming whatever, and he's thriving in his thing. You know how easy it is if you getting recognition and you getting followers to just tweet out something like, "Yo, this is my man's. Just check out. He do
That's a fact.
good work." It's so hard for people to do that now, and I just don't get it. I do get it because it's just like the mentality that we built over the years.
Everybody want to be self-made.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
there's nothing wrong with that.
And I
but
get-
don't disrespect
yeah.
the people that can't make self-made.
And that's completely understandable being self-made, but it's another thing when you can help or you can
Don't
show
be-
support. Don't
Don't
just
be
turn your
self-made
yeah
and disrespect the people who's coming up underneath you because you got a little further.
yeah exactly.
Don't do that. Don't kick the ladder down
Yeah.
from everybody.
And I hate to
else.
be the person be like, oh, I remember you when you this, that, and the third, because you're not the same person.
Right.
Congratulations, you built up your shit, but understand the people that were supporting you when it was two niggas
Right.
like
I
bumping your
support
music.
everybody. I support everybody.
Yeah. So it's just like we just on the support wave where it's just like just support if you got
Positive vibes for 2020.
positive, just
What
be
the fuck?
positive, support people like when you can, just help out. Like it's just it's simple.
Sharing is free.
Exactly.
Commenting is free.
Mhm.
Fuck it. Watching is free. Watching YouTube is free.
Exactly.
It don't cost you nothing.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Sharing a liking and commenting and posting and all that shit is free.
All that little shit, and
You know what I'm saying?
it's just like it goes a long way. It
And-
might seem, I don't know why it seems so difficult to
Right.
just click on some
Click
shit
to
real quick.
share. You'll
Like-
share some dumb shit like somebody getting slapped by a tire and dying, but your homeboy's online rapping his ass off. And that was just an example. But I
didn't mean to laugh, but
definitely
yeah.
seen a tire slap somebody. But your homeboy's rapping his ass off.
And you can't share his video.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe you might not like the video. You might not like it. But the nigga that got you as a friend that see your page might like it.
And then you
that
never
might,
know who he might know, and then that's a
because it's not
trickle-down
what you
effect.
know all the time. It's who you know.
You know exactly.
So it's
Especially in
definitely,
the times we living in now.
I figure it's hating if you don't. You know what I'm saying? If you know
It
the
is.
person's doing their work, like even if they whack to you, you can still share their work. I share a lot of people's work that's
Hey,
garbage.
There's a Blueface lover out there.
It ain't for me to
everybody.
hold up. You know what I'm saying? It's a blue face out there for everybody.
Exactly. So just like just support your support, man. I can't touch on that enough. Like just support people when you can.
Definitely support.
And it doesn't take much. Like a simple comment of good, this, that, and the third, or even a comment of critique. Like
That's
it's
a
always
fact,
welcome.
right?
So it's just like don't just look at somebody and just
like,
just
no
scroll
good.
scroll past this person and ignore it. Like nigga, you see every one of my posts. You can't just like
For hella people. I got hella friends on Facebook. I only like, I could say a good 15 to 20 people might like or comment or share or support.
but they'll like some.
But
they'll
when
like
you
some
see me
dumb
in the
shit.
street, it's, oh, what
Oh,
up,
what
T?
up?
And and now we best friends, you feel me? All over again. But when you see my work online, it's just like, let me go look for some dumb shit to talk about.
Yeah, it's simple.
So,
Be better. Be better.
be better. Be better. Support each other, people. That's all.
You support them.
Exactly.
Anybody can make a million. You got bum ass rappers out there.
It's
I'm
true.
about to start rapping.
Me too.
I
In
think
all
I'm about
honesty.
to start rapping.
Yeah,
I
for
think
real.
I can do it. I got a little flow. I got a little.
I got the beats.
You
I got
feel
the.
me?
I gotta dumb down my writing though,
Yeah, you
because
gotta dumb it down. It gotta
yeah,
be stupid. Like
it gotta be real
A,
super. And it's just
C.
like, it's hard. It's hard doing that, but fuck it. I'm about to be
All right.
little
We gonna work on that.
oodles and noodles on the
Little
way.
oodles and noodles,
Little
little
oodle-
hot sauce, a
little oodles
dab of hot sauce.
coming on SoundCloud soon. But nah, man, we chatting right now. Sorry for all
Definitely
the
chatting.
chatting we doing, but
Definitely
hey,
chatting.
yo, you chatting is called is what the
Definitely
podcast is
chatting,
called.
For sure.
But we're gonna touch on a little bit of music stuff.
All right.
A little bit of music
let's
stuff.
tap into the hip hop.
So last episode we touched on who we thought was the artist.
Shout out to my man Rick. He said he's gonna be the hype man for our album.
Yo,
Album.
hey, you more than welcome.
we
you more than
coming out
welcome.
with an album. Fuck that.
Yeah, we gotta do something
Yeah,
because
I'm
these
trying to hit the
niggas,
charts.
yeah, these niggas making millions off of bullshit.
Yeah,
over
we
bullshit.
can name a list of rappers that ain't shit.
Yeah, but we ain't gonna.
But we ain't gonna do that.
We ain't
It's
gonna do that.
2020.
Yeah, it's
Build up.
2020. Build up.
Build up.
Don't
We
don't tear
building
down.
people.
We ain't tearing nobody down.
Okay, so let's touch on this little bit of hip hop
Yeah.
right here.
So we had touched on last episode. We thought the artist of the decade majority would be Drake in a lot of people's eyes.
So we're wrong.
No, I feel like we're right, but I'm just like I just want to get towards this because before Drake, there was an artist who was hot that mentored him on a path of support that we was talking about,
Okay.
which was Lil Wayne. So Lil Wayne,
Shout out to Weezy.
when Lil Wayne was at his highest peak, Carter 3 and all of that.
I ain't gonna lie, Weezy looking fucked up right now.
He-
Should I say that? Is that okay to say? Is that not okay to say? Fuck that, I'm chatting. But Weezy looking real nasty. Not black featured nasty, but like
But
you fucking yourself up nasty.
Yeah.
Like that ain't even what God gave you.
yeah,
Yeah.
you got to tighten up. But in his heyday, in his prime, he did support and build up Drake.
Animal. Shout out to Weezy.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal.
Animal.
Phenomenal artist, and I just like I love the way that he built up his team, the Young Money brand, and
Definitely
all of
built his
that.
team strong too. Nicki Minaj, Drake,
And you
Twista,
get two megastars out of Tiger, Lil Twist,
Lil Twist.
Yeah.
I said Twister.
all of them. But you get two megastars out of that. I just want to ask at this point, we know the height of Drake's career, and we seen the height of Lil Wayne's career.
Right.
Do you feel like at this point Drake has surpassed
No.
Lil Wayne?
No, that's not even a conversation we can have.
You don't
right
think
now.
so?
Because one,
Music is way more easier than it was back then. I feel music is way more easier than it was back then. But you could say la 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 la, and that should be okay. Now, you know what I'm saying?
I feel it.
So, as far as back then, it depends on the time. Weezy put in decades. He started when he was
Mills, I see you, J Mills. Yeah.
Jay Mills. You know what I'm saying? He started some of these rappers started when they was hella young. I think he started when he was about 16, probably.
Yeah.
When he was a hot boy. Remember the hot boys? Cash Money. Shout out to them. Juvenile. You know what I'm saying? All of them. And that's when Weezy really started spitting. You know what I'm saying? That's when rap was rap. When Lil Wayne was Lil Wayne. Then he started dropping the albums or whatever. He started coming out with more music, and then his flow changed. So according to Drake, when you put Drake out there, it's just like, don't get me wrong, he's put in work, but the length of work, his record, like he hasn't put out that much work compared to Weezy. Weezy got features, and you know what I'm saying? It's not.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne did his
Different
thing,
animal.
and you can't compare that. It's like LeBron and Kobe, or Jordan and Kobe, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like a different. It's
a
like
GOAT to somebody who's uprising. Now shout
Yeah.
out to Drake as well because he put in his work, but he still got a long way to go.
Yeah, that's true.
He still
And
got
I
a
feel
long
like that
way
was
to
a
go.
perfect example, like a Jordan compared to LeBron. Like one's on the tail end or at the end of his career, and one is
started at
still.
15. Shout out to Rick.
Yeah, one is
He started at 15 when he was rapping.
Yeah. He started at 15.
Bling, bling. Every time I come
Yeah,
around, you see
all
me,
that
bling,
shit.
bling.
Our
You know
boys
what
was
I'm saying?
fire.
Shout out to them.
But I feel like,
Making the party
yeah,
lit.
that's a perfect example of somebody that's on the tail end or ending their career, and one that's still building, like, is in like the prime towards the end of their career, and it's just like you see that what he can be when it's all said and done.
Right.
But it's not there yet. And trust me, Drake is my favorite artist. I just want to see somebody
So what
else's
do you-
vibe on
Are
it.
you saying Drake is the upcoming Lil Wayne in his own way? Like he's the next.
In terms of
Everybody need a feature for him.
in terms of
Everybody-
success, I feel like he's been that for like the past 10 years. Like he's going on 10 years doing that. So his level of success is up there. But I just feel like Lil Wayne in himself is a legend just based off of his accomplishments, and not only his accomplishments, just people that he has built up along the way and
Brushed
brought with
brush
him.
shoulders with.
You
Right,
get what
right.
I'm saying? So it's just like Weezy has, classics on top of classics. Drake has his own versatility and his own style. Is just
Creativity.
his creativity is great and phenomenal. It's just not there yet. And I'm still waiting on.
Drake is versatile. You're
Yeah,
right.
he is. I'm just waiting on a classic
I want to hear something so crazy from Drake.
That's what I mean. You know,
Like the
yeah.
Meek Mills, when he was going at Meek Mills, I was
That's
like,
that's the Drake I
that's
want
the
to
Drake
hear.
I can ride to.
Yeah, I
All
could.
that candy shit.
But I feel like his best album was Take Care, which was
Take Care.
which was most of.
Which album cover was that? Because I'm not really a.
That was the one where he was with the in the corner with the little pimp cup,
Okay.
like Marvin's Room, like
Okay.
that, like
All
that,
right.
like
Okay.
that Drake.
Okay.
I feel like that Drake was peak Drake, but I haven't heard a consistent Drake like that, like because he had like all his raps in that on that album and
What
all
about-
his singing
was
songs
it-
on that album was good.
What is it called? What's that album with Rico on it? Friends? Or it's a red cover album. Anybody know that album? Damn. What is it called?
talking
It
about-
got Rico on it.
Oh, that's
You
nah,
might
that's
just
that's
get
Meek,
hit with that
that's
Rico.
Meek's, that's Meek's joint.
That's Meek's?
Yeah, that's Meek's.
Damn,
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
That's how,
He,
that,
he,
that,
he-
that goes
but
to
you see
show
how
you.
talented he took the song over.
But he definitely embarrassed Meek on that day.
Yeah, he definitely
Switch it up.
he took
Yeah,
the song
that
over
was-
from Meek. That's what I'm saying. You would think that was Drake's song, the work that he puts in. So it's just like I'm still waiting on another album. Like Take Care is good. Take Care is a classic in my book, just as a fan's perspective. But I'm still waiting on that classic rap Drake to come out.
Correct.
For him to just be like, you know what, fuck all this. Let me show y'all who I am.
Okay.
Cause I know it's in him. Like just
Right.
based off of his disses, just based off of
His-
like
when
his
he first started,
lyricism.
though, when he first started, Drake was on fire. His
Yeah.
freestyles, when he visited them booths, it got ridiculous. And he wasn't even singing; he was rapping.
Yeah, he was doing the mixture, but you
Drake
could tell
was
that
fire.
he could really rap. Like he's one of them people that like don't
His penmanship is up there.
yeah, and I hate
Him
that
definitely works.
he took a fall for doing what 3-4 songs on the if you're reading this the ghostwriting shit. Drake writes his own shit. You can't write the stuff that Drake writes and
Listen,
have
I
a
ain't in the
ghostwriter.
studio with nobody.
I'm just saying, I just feel like there's certain stuff
not
where
doing
is you can personally write, and there's certain stuff that somebody can write for you. The
Right.
stuff that
Certain
he,
shit sound
yeah,
better
the-
coming out somebody
the
else
stuff
mouth.
that he's come up off of, like I feel like you can't have a
I think a
ghostwriter
lot
for
of
that.
people write for a lot of people.
Of course,
I
there's a
don't
I
lot
think
of
everybody write their own music. A lot of people definitely.
that used to be a badge of honor, like oh yeah, I wrote everything, I did this and the third. People don't
My
really
thing
give a fuck
is-
as long as the music is good now.
For the people that don't write their shit down, how do you remember the last 6 albums? If a fan was to come to you and be like, "Oh, you remember the first album you came out with, track 3?" And you gotta, nigga, you ain't write it down, so now you gotta definitely hit the memory bank. But you've been drinking, smoking, partying, molly popping, and cocaine snorting. So you telling me,
wild.
yeah, you cowboy in it. You know what I'm saying? So. How do you really get to that zone where you think you know what I'm saying?
I just feel like it's just embedded in your memory where you just remember the flow of it, and you just remember the time,
made you
like
feel.
how it made you feel in that moment. So I feel like you can draw from memory with stuff like that. So I just feel like
Yeah, Jay-Z did write for Foxy Brown.
he did.
That's a fact.
Jay-Z wrote for a lot of people. There's a lot of people out
Jay-Z
here writing
also
for a lot of
stole
people.
from a lot of people,
He
too.
did. And
If
not
you
a lot
wanna
of people,
look that up,
not a lot of
that's
people
on-
talk
that's
about
on
that.
YouTube.
There's a lot of stuff that Jay-Z took from
Yeah, he
artists that
definitely
came
stole a couple
from before him.
verses. He
A lot of his classics
switched
came
it up.
from,
Yeah, other people.
other people.
So, yeah, but
So
we
yeah,
chatting.
we are
So,
chatting, but
Back to this.
yeah. So we're gonna touch on the next topic. Shout out to Drake. Shout out to
Shout
Lil
out to
Wayne.
Drake. Shout out to Lil Wayne.
Two legends in like in their own right.
Definitely shout out to them.
But we're gonna. I know we keep in the positive light, but we're gonna touch on a little. We're gonna touch on the little beef in 2020, which is
Got problems already. 2020
yeah,
started 2
2020
days
just
ago. Damn.
2020 just started.
President blowing up shit.
2020 started now. Wow.
2020 is wild.
We need to
It's
we need
Cowboys and
to we
Indians
need to
out this
tone down a
motherfucker.
little bit
Yeah,
because
straight
people
from Slim Fast or
people
something.
tripping.
Niggas
Like
got they sugar
you done
loads.
lost their mind. And they said 2020 is that
Got
year.
people kidnapping people.
Everything.
Off the train.
Just
Did you
wildin'.
see that? The
Yeah,
kidnap?
that's fool. Shorty got grabbed off the train.
Yeah.
yeah.
Was she a crackhead?
She was, I don't know, but I think that domestic dispute shit, and I heard somebody cheering in the back, talking about, yeah, but
It's crazy for 2020, man.
Yeah, it
You
is.
can't even take a nap on the train or somebody steal your fucking smile. I don't I don't trust these
They,
people, man.
but really, yo, the Bronx been wildin'.
The Bronx been
the
wild. We
Bronx,
look like Brooklyn out this month.
for real, for real.
We really
We
looking
definitely
like
starting to
Brooklyn
look
out
like
here.
Brooklyn.
We
But
wild.
like yo, I've never seen this much stuff like happen like
Constantly, like
constantly.
we in the newspaper.
Like
We lit
versus
for doing dumb shit.
somebody kidnapping, somebody snatching chicks off the train, and then he got his
Snatching bitches off
he
the
got his ass
train.
whipped for that. He got his ass
He
whipped for that
definitely
though.
walked up 2 blocks, got his ass whooped, and another 2 blocks.
They caught him slipping.
They whoop his ass one more time.
Yeah, and
Whoop his ass one more time.
I don't know. I don't. That's what I'm saying. You see how certain like things can make you like question like was that really real or not? You see what I mean? Like 2 weeks earlier, Shorty got snatched up and it was staged. Now I'm just like you wonder whether that shit was staged or whether that was real. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like it makes you second guess what the fuck was going on.
Did you peep how? When she got snatched, she told her boyfriend or her friend.
He was like, who? He was like, who? Where he at?
And the nigga just sitting there.
The only nigga sitting on the stoop on the.
He's like, where he at? Where he at? Where he at?
But that's what I mean. That's why I don't know whether it was staged or not. Because if you was really on your
With the
bullshit,
shits, right.
like you would have ran or did some shit like that. Like
My
you
man went back to go get his shoes.
yeah, like you would try to get out of Dodge. So I just don't feel like that shit was real. Because one, the nigga would have been out. Two, if you talking about who, like you just had vision, like getting off the train with your fucking socks on, with just your socks on. You just had the vision, but once you see the man, you talking about some who, you turn into an owl now.
But if it ain't real, he got his ass whooped for real.
Yeah, you did. For playing around like that.
Don't play like
yeah,
that.
don't play like that
It's
because
already bad
niggas will catch you slipping.
People are getting kidnapped, so that's
He's
definitely not a
there's
game.
video of him like
Trying
in
to
the store.
explain himself.
Well, he explained himself, and then there's another video. Well, he was explaining himself first by saying like, "Oh, this is what happened," and she was telling me that something that her man was hitting her or something like that.
And shit.
But there's another video from before that even happened of
He was
him
doing
in a store
With another
and
female,
he's
right?
Like, no,
Oh.
where he's like, yeah, you know, like you could tell that he's on drugs or something, or he's like mentally ill,
Right.
and he's like, oh yeah, something. I like this girl. She's so pretty. Blah blah blah.
Right.
I don't know the.
Oh, I know what
this
you're talking
is the
about.
gist.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, but she was too young. And
Yeah.
It was just like, okay, you do this.
It's
Like,
Yeah,
you do
yeah.
this.
It's,
You're
he's
sick
really
at this
into
point.
that.
Right.
So, but it's still like that whole Carol Sanchez. Like, was it real? If we live in New York, the train don't stay open that long. Like the train would have left already.
Yeah, would have been out of here.
So it's like.
That's just a warning for people. If it wasn't real, you gonna get your ass whooped for real.
Simple.
But also don't
Stop
sleep
playing
on the
around.
train, regardless.
Not
We all
even
live
that.
in
We
New York,
should be. But we should. Why is that an
I feel
issue
like
of
men
sleeping
should
on the
start-
train?
Instead of recording shit, just jump into action. You know what I'm saying? Especially
Yeah, nigga Roosevelt, you saw my man's over there just recording and
There's
shit.
niggas out here just recording females getting snatched off the train.
Silent and recording.
But if that was your mom or your aunt, it wouldn't be funny no more.
Yeah, the other incident that we talking about when the domestic dispute where Shorty hit him and then he like rolled her out dragged her out the train, kicked her in her you ain't see that? He kicked her in the rib, and you hear a nigga in the background yelling, "Yeah, take her out," and I'm just like, yo, like
take off the train.
Niggas is some take off the train. Niggas is some.
Let me just put
weirdos,
this
bro.
out there for 2020 or for any. Putting your hands on the female is whack. I think that's pussy per se. That's just me growing up as a man. I don't put my hands on no female. But for the niggas that do, don't do it. What are you doing? For 2020, try not to put your hands on nobody. That goes for females too. Keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of men out here are beating bitches down for no reason. Beating bitches down crazy. Like Mike Tyson beating. So everybody just keep their hands to themselves. Yeah. They won't fight a grown man,
I saw a
no.
girl, she posted that she had gotten with her ex. She must be famous or like a star tender or something. And she got back with her ex, and then I guess he was abusive before,
Right.
and then she went into the new year, but he was abusive in the way of he was putting his hands on her, but
You gotta
he
keep
was
your hands to
biting her.
yourself.
He was biting her, like
Fellas,
biting her
keep your
arms,
hands off
biting
these
her
females,
shoulders.
man.
And
Females,
then he
keep
in
your
the
hands
new
off the
year
fellas.
he
Niggas
bit her
out here
nose
munching
off,
on.
so she's missing the whole front part
The
of her
nigga
nose.
bit her nose off.
He bit, and then when the canine unit went to go look for her nose in the house, they couldn't find it. Either he like ate it or he like flushed it down the toilet. They could not find
Fellas,
her.
That's
for
some
2020
on drug shit right there.
She
For
was
2020,
so she's so
keep your
pretty,
hands
like,
off the
and now she's
females.
missing her
That's
nose.
how. I mean, and females, keep your hands to yourself off of these males because they will hit you back. They have no remorse for
That's these
beating the
niggas,
female
it's
down.
just like-
And for the females, keep your hands to your. I mean, for the males, keep your hands off the females because you don't get no cool points. You still a sucker. That's how I feel. Any man that put his hands on a female is a sucker.
Exactly. You don't get no recognition for
You
overpowering
get no
a
cool
female.
points
Like that's
for beating down a female like a male. You
Sir.
get no cool points
sir, you deserve hands and feet
on your
for
head.
that. Don't ever like. I've just never been the type of
Right.
nigga that don't
It's
ever.
unnecessary.
It's never that serious. Like you understand the situation. Like, cool. I understand. Like everybody keep y'all hands to yourselves, but even if she do, like you can in reality you eating those.
You
like,
can really
like so you know what you can really do back
because
to
I've
her.
seen females really whoop the shit out of males.
I have, yeah,
while
yeah.
they're fighting back. So
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
I understand.
That's a
you gotta
rare. It's a
protect
rare
yourself.
breed. It's a rare breed, but
For the
like
people
overall,
that fight like Mike Tyson, you know what I'm saying, it's a difference. But
yeah.
everybody keep their hands to themselves, so it won't be no domestic violence
That's
charges. That's how I feel about
Point
it.
we trying to make: keep your hands.
Positive
to
vibes
your
for
motherfucking
2020. All positive vibes.
self. Positive vibes. Well, we gonna before we get out of here, we got another beef. We got talk. This whole second tail of the show, we
Okay.
talking about beefs and we
Speak on
calling
it.
everybody out. Like you said, 2020 just started, and we got 50 and French Montana getting into it.
50 in French Montana.
Yeah, so
I forgot French Montana was out. What is music?
he just got out of the hospital,
yeah, he's in the hospital.
but he did release an album. But
I ain't hear that.
so-
Hope you know I made it. And hope you don't get famous. Sorry, there you go. That's my jam right there. Shout out to French for that. No shots taken. Shout out to French for that.
Shout out to both of them, but basically this shit
Hope
started.
you don't get
The simple shit that we always talk about. This issue started over. So French had bought a car,
right.
and of course 50 being 50, he had something to say about it. Talking about, oh, that's 08. You supposed to have real money. Why you spend this amount of money on
Fifth
this
chill
car?
because you filed for bankrupt. Chill.
But it's well,
I'm not
there's-
saying you broke.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
just
a-
saying chill.
there's-
You had your days too, so chill.
Yeah, there's
You drove
everybody
like
got
you top
skeletons in their closet, but French.
50 filed for bankrupt.
Yeah, but
so.
French, he decided to
Chill.
respond. He didn't want to back
Oh,
down
yeah,
like a
I'm
lot
gonna
of people.
respond
do.
as a man.
But
I
you know,
will respond.
50 like
50's childish. He's
Yeah.
bored.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's
So he
definitely
had time
bored.
to
50's
get
bored.
into-
Power went on a break. Niggas was definitely bored. They put him.
He always getting into some shit. So he was basically, clowning around like he always try to do with everybody. But French wasn't having it. He was trying to, come back at the nigga, calling him this, that, and the third.
That's
All
a
this.
fact.
I couldn't keep
Get
up
busy.
with like a lot of bullshit, but overall the tail end of it was 50 saying, "Well, that's why French be faking stream numbers to make people act like people are actually listening to his albums
Wow.
and shit like that." And French came back with a Louisville slugger talking about, "Oh, well, I got a female that I know that ate your ass or something like that."
Oh, we
And I'm
asked
just
you
like-
now? Is that a
And that was-
2020 thing?
hold on, that's a pause moment because I don't even
Pause.
be talking about shit like this. But it's just like it got to that
Nails
level.
done and the ass ate.
It got to that level where it's just
Getting
like,
too sick. That's the generation is getting wild, boy.
but who?
Bitches is updating. They eating ass now. That's a
Yeah,
new trick.
whatever floats your boat, but keep that shit away from me. I don't.
That's a new
I
trick.
don't delve in them.
Who's
type
eating
of
ass out
activities.
here? You eating ass and not
There's
you.
a-
I'm talking about female. Female wise.
There's a lot of ass eating females out here because they like.
Damn. Shout out to Vivica Fox. I heard she started that shit.
I don't know. That's a,
With 50. I heard she ate 50 ass.
but I don't know what you get out of that. But whatever floats your
That's
boat.
a chocolate milk stash.
Yeah, some shit like that. But it's just like Let's move on from this
Okay,
because you
so
saw how uncomfortable I just got even talking about this.
We're gonna move on from there.
But stay away from the beef because it's so simple. Some shit that started over a car could lead to people ass getting ate.
Wow.
So
from cars to ass eating.
So yeah, man.
Hard to have a conversation in 2020 nowadays.
But yeah, before we get out of here, like you did touch on, 50 was bored, but he's not no more because he's back to promoting. Power comes back tonight.
Power comes on tonight.
Comes on tonight.
If you have stars.
If you have stars.
If you have stars.
Go watch somebody else stars.
Or go on Firefox or something. I'm sure they.
Go see somebody else shit like a movie theater. Nigga, I'm coming over with the popcorn, nigga. Yeah.
But I'm sure, like, who shot Ghost?
Who you think shot Ghost? That's a good ass question.
Tasha and Paz work together. I just feel it.
That's your theory?
Ghost don't got no mama.
I think
that ain't in the storyline.
In the spinoff, yeah, in the spinoff,
I think shot Ghost. Like fuck it.
I think the writer has daddy issues because
Kanan's not really dead.
He is.
He dead.
How?
Because
the ashes could have been planted there.
Nah,
they from anybody.
They faked it the first time, but when he got burned in the building and escaped, turned into a crispy to Krispy Kreme real quick, but he dead. He officially dead the second time around.
I need proof.
But he went out crazy. How you survived the fire, getting stabbed in the side and all that at the first time? 50 been shot 9 times in real life, so I would have doubted.
Flames ain't gonna hurt.
Yeah, a couple flames ain't hurt him, but I think that last bullet hurt him a little bit. So that was the final nail in the coffin. So, but overall, I think my theory on it is I think Tariq would be too easy because a lot of people are thinking, it's Tariq because of the drama that's been going on.
Shout out to Tariq. He played his part too
Man,
good.
fuck Tariq.
He make you want to.
Oh, in real life, yeah. Shout out to Michael Rainey.
On the street, you liable to swing on it. Nigga, that's just a show.
Yeah, his name is Michael Rainey Jr. In real life, so shout out to him. But in the show, you need your ass whipped. Because everybody, I was watching like earlier seasons, and I'm just like, everybody hates Ghost for no reason, in my opinion. You get what I'm saying? Like, of course he do his dirt, but overall, his main message from the beginning has, we can be bigger than drug dealers. We can get out of this life and legitimize ourselves. Nobody in the beginning wanted to do better, or nobody wanted better for him. That's why the only person that wanted better for him, which was Angie, he had turned to that.
Damn, they killed my Angie. Man.
Yeah, they
killed Angie.
Tommy was out here wilding. Like Angie. I remember last episode, Tommy was like,
Tommy gotta go.
Tommy was like, oh, well, you get to move on, and now I'm left.
Tommy shot Ghost.
I doubt it because he had many chances.
He been trying to kill Ghost for mad time.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like they have a weird relationship to where it's just like they'll fake like they want to really do it, but it's just like in the end, nigga, you're not doing it.
And the kid? What's his name?
She said
Monty.
They said whoever is in the frame, like whoever those
the 7 people, those 7 suspects that was walking to the club at the end.
Like she said, there's no surprises. But
it's one of
them. She also said Angela wasn't dead.
Knew and one person pulled the trigger.
That's why I don't think I think it's more than one person. I think
they set him up.
They set him up. Yeah, I think it was
the truth spot.
Because I don't think that one person would be satisfying in like an audience's viewpoint.
I think it's Tasha.
What about the girl he met? Didn't he meet somebody?
Ramona.
What if it was Ramona?
Nah, it's them 7 people.
What if she the 7th? See,
nah.
I'm thinking too quick.
Nah,
I gotta think outside the box. I'm in my zone.
Somebody in the car, though. That's the mystery person too.
There's the
person in the car who was watching, like
that was Cedric and them. That was Cedric and them, and like the final.
Power Raiders for keeping us. Well, I don't know one show that could take a break this long and niggas come back
and still want to know about it. Yeah, they good with that, but they writing definitely went a little bit down. Compared to like the first 3 seasons, like the end of season 4 is when they just started like writing whatever. Like they started rushing. I feel.
One of the people said, "Let's talk about how many niggas Tasha fucked after Ghost."
For real, even before that, because before Ghost even did anything. Fun fact: go back to episode.
Tasha is definitely.
Yeah, she been wilding from the beginning. Go to episode 2
but
when.
If you think about it, she been lonely. So lonely bitches.
Nah,
Ghost ain't been hitting that pussy.
No, from the beginning he was, and she was attention craving. Like, why are you so thirsty right now? You get what I'm saying? Because she was in the back of the limo,
She did.
letting Sean
She did.
see what she
Sean was
working
thirsty,
with.
too. That's
Sean
the guy
was
that
Sean
that
was
bullet.
wilding. Yeah, he caught a hot one for that.
Yeah, that pussy gave him a bullet. You know what I'm saying? Hope you don't get famous. That's my shit.
Yeah, but
All right, we really chat.
we really are.
We
We really
off
are.
a topic. Shout out to Ghost 50 and them and everybody on that cast and shit. You know what I'm
R.I.P.
saying?
Ghost. He dead.
R.I.P. Ghost. He ain't dead.
He
Nigga,
dead.
I think
He
He
not
fell in
dead.
that good suit. You telling me he died in $1,000 suit?
He
that
not
shit
dead
had
yet.
some cushion in there.
And I always joke around. It wasn't that far of a fall. Like you saw
that
how
shit was deep. He had the
no,
Drake.
but they did that for They say this is a big.
What's that Jamie Foxx song for your?
For your type, yeah.
For your
He
type.
was doing that.
That's how long
He was doing
falling.
that. But it wasn't like in reality. I've been watching the show. Like it's not that deep of a fall. They made that shit look
That
mad.
shit was long.
They made that shit look mad high. Like he was
Long.
he was thrown from out of a plane
from the
or some
balcony
shit.
to the floor. Nigga, I felt harder than that.
Word.
Before,
It's like nigga, I've jumped off the monkey bars and like that's a further
monkey bar fall.
leap from that.
But he's not dead then, so he's not dead from
I mean, we shall see. I just don't. I don't have no.
Tune into Power. Everybody
Tune in.
into Power
Comes back
at
tonight.
12.
Yeah, it comes back
If
tonight
you
at
got
12.
stars, if you don't got stars, go watch somebody else shit. It's cool.
Fire stick.
Fire
stick. I'm gonna just put
if you
that
got
out
the
there.
Internet.
Yeah, damn. If you don't have that, then
You fuck. It's
Yeah, you just
2020.
fuck.
People, 20 hours for the internet.
some people don't got $20.
But hey, yo,
You chatting,
Okay, so being that we chatting, we gonna move on to the next subject, which is
which is what I think we actually covered everything.
baby. Baby on baby.
Oh, I'm tripping. We done scroll
Oh,
past
God.
baby. So the baby, whatchamacallit, he's been in some recent trouble.
Nah,
I'm tripping.
baby definitely been in trouble. He's always in trouble.
So he,
Shout out to the fucking baby. I fucks with the baby hard body.
yeah, for real.
From Charlotte.
Yeah.
From Charlotte. He holds Charlotte.
Shout out to
down.
Charlotte.
Shout out to Charlotte. I love Charlotte.
But he's been in some recent trouble too. So he was arrested earlier this week for allegedly,
We ain't gonna say he did it.
yeah, allegedly for battery and robbery charges.
Right.
So allegedly,
What happened? What went down?
so what went down was he was supposed to collect money from a promoter, but in collecting that money, he realized he was
janky ass promoters.
jank promoters
Promoters be so fucking janky.
for real. But he was shorted. Allegedly, he was shorted thousands by that promoter. So
Oh yeah.
he
Smoke.
he decided he wanted to confront that promoter, and he dosed him in orange juice, dragged that man on the side of the street.
He held.
And
orange juice.
Yeah, well, apple juice.
Apple juice.
Apple
okay.
juice.
Okay.
Not that it was any better.
Any
but-
different? Yeah,
That's
if it was orange juice, the shit would have been way better. It was gets a little
Orange juice
vitamin
is a
C
good
on
ass juice.
it.
You get a little vitamin C on the skin. It's good for you.
So, but it was with apple juice,
Apple
and
juice, okay.
he was just is he allegedly, if he did this, is he wilding over a couple thousand? Like, could he?
Can you lose $20?
No, here's what I
out
mean
your
by
pocket
that.
to see how
So,
you act.
but that's us. We not the babies.
Right.
Cash
so then
flow.
imagine a couple thousands, nigga.
So I get that, but do you feel like, not saying that it's not a big deal, but did he really have to go that far with it in
How
order
about people
to?
ask for less. So I think
Yeah,
think a couple
you see me
thousand.
trying to be devil's advocate, but
I'm not
Yeah.
letting you do it. I'm not letting you do it. When it comes to the paper, me feeding my family, me and my hard work, if anything I put my time and effort into, and you rip anything off my table, it's gonna cost you.
and that's
It's gonna
respect.
cost
That's
It's
respect.
more of a principle too.
Yeah, it's not
'Cause
about
I could
all the
let
money.
someone get away with 1,000 or 2,000. It's not even about the money no more. It's the fact that you thought I was sucker enough to allow
you to do it.
You feel me? Me as a grown man. Now, if you
Yeah.
ain't have the money and then you wanted to come talk to me about it, then that's different. We could have sat down and spoke about that and fixed up a contract nice enough for both of us to eat. But being that you just was going phone check a nigga off a couple of thousands,
Yeah,
I
feel
don't
it.
have much words to say to you.
yeah. I not
You gonna get
especially in a
apple juice,
situation like that.
orange juice,
Yeah,
juicy juice,
hands and feet.
prune juice, nigga. It's lit.
But
It's
yeah,
lit.
I feel like I'm trying to be devil's advocate, but in
Didn't
reality,
they stripped the promoter?
yeah, it was in the alleged video of him allegedly doing it.
That was a good ass whooping.
Yeah, he
That
got
was
he got a couple thousands worth of
That's
ass
whooping right
whooping.
there.
I'm just saying, I know that ain't baby,
Yeah.
but
Allegedly,
that was a good ass. That was a good ass whooping. I appreciate that ass whooping. You know why?
Mm-hmm.
Because people is walking around doing whatever the fuck they want to whoever the fuck they want, and they think they could get away with it.
Yeah.
And it's not okay, because you snatching food out my son's mouth, my daughter's mouth. You feel me? Now, what if that couple $100,000 was for my rent?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm buying hotels, taking jets, and I got these niggas on the road with me. I gotta pay them. Now I'm short.
It may not necessarily be my thousands, but you taking
Right.
that out of
My crew.
My crew.
Right.
So it's like that's understandable.
So
like
it's
just
not
standing
gonna happen.
on principle alone. Like if you owe somebody some shit,
Facts. Pay them up.
simply just pay up.
And not only that, it's
Don't
not,
agree to something you can't hold your
if
end
I'm the
of
head
bargain
of
to.
if I'm the head of the crew, they gonna look at me like, well, damn, you soft for letting that nigga even. You know what I'm saying? After all the cases you done had and smoke you done put in and work you done put in, you done let a
Can't do the same for
promoter.
us.
You didn't let a promoter rip you off for 3,000, 5,000, or whatever thousand. You know what I'm saying? Because I lose $10, it's smoke.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I can understand 20,000, 3,000, or whatever thousand. That's, you know what I'm saying?
And
so
in reality, if you let one person get away with it,
they
and
gonna look at
the
you
word
like,
get around,
you feel me?
more people
Every
gonna try
promoter
you
gonna
like
try
that.
you.
So it's just like
You feel me?
Yeah, just standing on that alone.
right.
I understand it.
Shout out to the baby.
But shout out to
That
the
album
baby.
was fire.
Yeah, he also he got extradited to Texas to face another warrant. So
Yeah, he got warrants all over. He got warrants all over because people try.
I feel like people like at this point though they
when
trying
you
to.
famous, it's times two.
We always see it when you
It's
hot
times two.
and you know you building yourself up.
Like how they tried him in when he was doing a video shoot in front of this house. I forgot where they was at. I think they was in Atlanta.
ATL, yeah, they was in ATL.
And a
doing
whole bunch of motherfuckers rolled up on him, and he stood his ground type shit. Shout out to him for that
Yeah.
on that G shit. But yeah,
that. Yeah, just
you gotta hold your
overall.
shit down, bro.
When
As
you-
a man,
But I just feel like you get targeted as soon as you rising or you trying to reach to the top. Like his
Right.
his
It's
album
always
Kirk,
something.
his album Kirk did numbers last year. Like
oh, of course.
every single like
I listen
song,
to that shit every
every
day.
single song on that has
I'm about
charted,
to
has
listen
done
to it
well.
after this podcast.
So it's just like always. There's always something whenever you get to a certain level of success. Just make sure that y'all careful out here and tighten up
That's a
as much
fact.
as possible.
That's a fact.
But yeah, man. But overall, that's I think that's it. Unless you want to touch on a little something else.
Nah, I think that's pretty much it. We've definitely talked about everything and touched on for 2020. I just want to say shout out to all the artists that we mentioned. We appreciate your hard work. And support us, like, subscribe, and share. We got some more content coming to y'all next Saturday or Friday. And thank you for watching. Yo, you chatting.
Peace out.
We out.
Damn, baby, you don't know what you do to me. See, I just need to take my time. Oh, the fame, oh, the women, it was new to me. Back then, baby, yeah. Now it's money on my mind. Yeah, I wake every day and I give thanks. My niggas meet at the table, we sip drinks. And dang, money in the bank. The baby said she could swim, honey can't sing. Yeah, I got a mink and this chin.